안녕하십니까. 해링턴 파크 시의원 준청입니다. 여러분, 혹시 카운티 executive 또는 주로 카운티장이라고 불리는 직책은 어떤 일들을 하는지 아시나요? 카운티 executive는 카운티의 부서 및 기관과 모든 카운티 서비스와 프로그램을 관리합니다. 그래서 카운티 정부의 효율성을 확립하는 데 주도적인 역할을 합니다.
안녕하세요. 미셸란입니다. 네, 그렇습니다. 우리가 주민으로서 지역사회에 살면서 가장 밀접하게 영향을 받는 정부가 카운티 정부라 해도 과언이 아니라고 생각합니다. 그래서 올해 카운티장 선거에 공화당 후보로 나오신 탓 칼리거 씨를 모시고 오늘 그분에 대해 좀 더 알아보는 시간을 갖게 되어 참 기쁩니다. Todd, welcome to Mom and I TV. I'm so happy to have you today here. And can we start the show by saying 안녕하세요 in Korean?
안녕하세요.
Okay, Todd. So could you introduce yourself to Korean viewers?
Well, I've lived my whole life in Bergen County, and I attended Princeton University, where I received a degree in engineering. And then I went to New York University, where I received a law degree and a master's in business. I have practiced law for a number of years in Bergen County. I've been advisor to 2 New Jersey governors, and I built a significant business here in New Jersey, and then also had the opportunity to run one of the largest public water utilities in the state for a number of years.
Wow, great. Can you tell us who you served, New Jersey Governor
I was
Kane?
actually assistant legal counsel to Governor Kane, and then counselor to the governor. I was a senior policy advisor to Governor Kane for a number of years.
Okay, that's great. Okay.
And then Governor Christie, I also advised on privatization matters. Yes.
Okay. So after you served your term as commissioner, we understand that you served as a commissioner, and you took a break from politics. What influenced you to take a break, and what events pushed you to jump back into the run for office this term?
Well, when I was a Bergen County freeholder, I took a term limits pledge. I agreed to serve only 2 terms, and then I honored that pledge and left office after my second term. But I've been watching, like so many people, what has been happening in our country, in our state, and in our county, and how Democrat policies have increased the cost of living, have increased taxes, and has made it very difficult for so many people, particularly senior citizens, to continue to live in our county. And then we've seen how the Democrats have caused crime to skyrocket by the way that they have treated criminals with kid gloves. And also we've seen how Democrats have forced children to be taught that they can change their genders and that success in life depends on quotas and not on hard work. And those things are extremely destructive, and they will destroy lives, and they will destroy our country if we don't change those policies.
Okay, thanks for that answer. And what are the key challenges to Bergen County from a policy perspective, and how would you address those concerns if you elected to the county executive seat?
Well, the first thing is we have to reduce spending and taxes.
Right.
The present Democratic County Executive has increased spending by almost 40%, increased county taxes, property taxes by 20%. And I've put forward a comprehensive plan to reduce county spending by doing operational audits of every function of county government, by using the private sector and technology to provide necessary services in a much more efficient way, and also by fighting to make sure that state government takes over some of the functions like the county prosecutor's office that really have nothing to do with county government.
Right. So you're planning to reduce the size of the government, county government.
Yes.
Okay. I see. Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Caliguire, there has been a spike in reported hate crimes in New Jersey, which have been on the rise for the last 3 years. Hate against the AAPI communities especially have risen during the COVID-19 pandemic. Yet, data indicates that many incidents are not reported due to fears from the victims. Do you have any plans to help Korean American residents of the county? And would you also explain how the county ought to address the hate crimes?
Well, we shouldn't tolerate crimes against anyone because of their race or ethnicity. And we should bring the full weight of the criminal justice system against anyone who commits crimes like that. But at the same time, crime rates generally have been skyrocketing in Bergen County, particularly property crimes. And it's because Democrats treat criminals better than they treat the victims of crimes. And that has to change.
I see. The recent data reports that the hate crimes and incidents are on the rise in New Jersey, and especially in schools. In the Northern Valley area where I am from, all the schools have over 30% of Asian American population. And therefore, it is more concerning, especially when the young people are experiencing hate crimes. What are the things that do you suggest that we could do to mitigate issues like this and be able to address it appropriately?
Right. Well, we should be teaching tolerance to kids. They should be taught that people who are different than they are in the way they dress or look or speak should be treated the same. We should encourage children to be open-minded and to be tolerant, and that bullying in particular is absolutely inappropriate and can't be accepted. We should create a climate in our schools of openness and acceptance, and I think that's very important.
I am in full agreement with you. And also, New Jersey is one of the most diverse states in the United States, and actually came in fourth for the most diverse U.S. states recently, and New York came fifth, which was quite surprising for me. And Bergen County holds over 16% of the Asian American population. How would you find ways to normalize diversity in Bergen County?
Well, first of all, we should be very welcoming and happy about the fact that the Asian American population has become such a significant part of our population. Asian Americans are very industrious, hardworking people. They tend to be very religious. They're devoted to their families and to their country. And they increase the strength of our county economically, and they increase the richness of our culture. And I think the key to embracing and welcoming people of different cultures and races is by treating everyone equally.
Right.
And that means we should never discriminate against anyone or disadvantage them because of their race. At the same time, they shouldn't receive advantages because of who they are or their background.
Right.
We should provide equal opportunity for everyone to succeed in life, but they shouldn't be guaranteed success based on quotas. Right. And we've seen so many times where Asian Americans in particular have suffered and been discriminated against because of quotas, particularly in higher education. Because Asian Americans have been very successful, they work hard, they study hard, and they qualify for admissions in large numbers, and yet some of these institutions have discriminated against them because of that. And as county executive, I would never permit that to occur in county schools.
Oh, that's really great to hear, because when you said equal opportunity, that's something that Korean American community struggles with, and being able to hear from you that you do acknowledge that there is more need for it, and perhaps that's the way to normalize diversity, being reflective of the population of Bergen County.
Equal opportunity is the key country's success, and it's the most important thing we can provide. Equal opportunity, but not guarantees of success. Hard work, perseverance is the key to success in life, and that's what we have to teach our children.
Absolutely, and I do believe that Korean American families found their American dreams through education.
Yes.
And an equal opportunity in education is perhaps really promoting that American dream for so many families who immigrated to U.S.
Yes.
Yes. I have another question in terms of flooding. Flooding has become more common in Bergen County, and many families suffer greatly during Ida, and many municipalities are struggling with flood prevention. As the Bergen County Executive, what would you do to help mitigate these disasters?
Well, solving the flooding problem in Bergen County requires leadership. It requires leadership to work with the local communities to design solutions to those problems. And then it requires leadership to obtain the resources that are needed at the state and federal level, because the solutions typically are pretty expensive. And as county executive, I'll provide that leadership.
Yes. I think you absolutely nailed it when you talked about the capital cost of the mitigation. And prevention is something that local community would like to do, but it's very intimidating in terms of approaching it, is because of the capital cost.
Yes.
And finding a room, finding a resource to be able to address these incidents, so we do not have to constantly only mitigate instead of prevent.
Right. Well, typically the cost of solving the problem is much more than a local community can afford.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for spending time with us and sharing your thoughts with us. It's been eye-opening for us to meet with you and learn more about what you represent, and we are really grateful for your presence here with us.
Thank you for welcoming me here today. I appreciate it.
Thank you. 오늘 함께 자리해 주신 Todd Caliguire 후보님께 감사드립니다. 우리 한인들의 삶의 질이 발전하려면 유권자들의 관심이 필요합니다. 올해 선거에도 유권자의 목소리가 되어줄 수 있는 좋은 리더들이 선출되기를 기대하며 저희 프로그램을 통해서 여러 후보들의 이야기를 들어보실 수 있기를 기대합니다. 여러분 건강하세요.
감사합니다.
네.